Hey guys, my name is Daffa. So in this video, I'm going to review one of my favorite book titled The Help. So this book is created by the author Katrin Stockett. She is a female American novelist and she is born in 1969 in Jackson, Mississippi, America. So the main theme of the book is about racial prejudice. Why racial prejudice? Because in this book, it tells and uncovers the racism and discrimination that the African American people felt at the 1960s by the white American people. The story starts in the year 1960s in Jackson, Mississippi. A southern white girl named Skeeter Phelan has just graduated from her college and returned to her small town, Jackson, Mississippi. She dreams to become a really famous writer. She first starts to write and choosing to interview the black women who have spent their lives to taking care of the southern white families. Among all the mates that got interviewed, only Abilene, an African American maid, which is Miss Skeeter's best friend, Elizabeth Lee Fold maid, that wanted to get interviewed firstly. Then Abilene also asked her best friend, Me Jackson, to join the book making by joining the interview. And she agreed. As three of them continued creating the book, there are more and more African American women and maids who decided to join in and tell her experience. And it turns out they have a lot of things and a lot to say. As the book finished and get published, the society in Jackson, Mississippi turns 360 degree. The people start to treat their African American maid and African American people with respect. Since the book became very popular and even got an offer from a famous New York company to collaborate. But the work to make the book is not as easy as slicing a cake. There are a lot of things that the main characters, Skeeter, Abilene, and Minnie, needs to sacrifice in order to make the book the best-selling book. Skeeter breaks up with her boyfriend since her boyfriend found out that Skeeter helps to make the book. Then Abilene lost her job. Minnie needs to face and stay strong facing her abusive husband when making the book. Overall, do I like the book? I really enjoy reading the book. From 1 out of 10, I would give the book a 9.5. Why 9.5? Because first of all, it has a really good plot in it. Second of all, it has a really good main theme about, which is about racial prejudice, and it is something uncommon to see in a story or a novel to talk about racial prejudice. And third of all, it has a really good moral value. Like there are a lot of lessons and values that we could take from the book. And lastly, it has a really good character development and characteristics. Like we didn't see the character stays in a constant characteristics. We see how the character changes in each of the plot and each of the scene in the story. Like for example, like from one of my favorite characters especially, which is Minnie Jackson, she grew from before like a very shy and a silent person and turns into a very bold and brave person in the end of the story, which is really funny and interesting, especially which is proven in the scene when Minnie takes her revenge by giving Miss Hilly a secret ingredient pie, which I didn't want to spoiler like what is the secret ingredient. You should read it by yourself. It is really funny, interesting, and such a bold scene for Minnie to do it. I didn't even expect her to do it because I thought at the very beginning of the story, I thought she is a very silent and like obeying person, not a brave person, and it is really interesting to see how her character developed. Do I recommend you guys to read this book? Yes, I definitely recommend you guys to read this book, especially the one who wanted to learn more about the African American history in the 1960s. You guys should read this book. And if you have the chance and the time to watch the movie version, you should watch it because it helps you understand and imagine more how the characters and the settings is placed in the story. And yeah, that's all for the book review of The Help. And thank you for watching my video and thank you for listening.